Hello. Hi, guys. Welcome, welcome. How are we? Welcome, come on. When you pop on, say hello to me. It is 12:30. I got my glow juice. I'm going to do my skincare on here with you guys just to kind of go over that. When you're on, good morning. Hi, Alice. Nice to see you. Today we're going to talk about foundation a little bit, how to get the perfect foundation color for you. So jump on. When you're on, say hi. I just got out of the shower. I cleansed my face, but I didn't put any of my skincare on, so this is just bare face. And I just wanted to show you guys what I do because I know in the winter it's hard and your skin can feel dry or dehydrated, which there is a difference. And so it's important that we really get those dead skin cells off and that we are prepping the skin for whatever makeup we're going to use, because I think if you've been following me for a while, or if you've been, online for a while, you know that your makeup can only look as good as your skin. And yes, fine lines and wrinkles and under eye bags, like there's no makeup in the world that's going to get rid of those. I mean, that's just the truth. So after I cleanse my face, especially if I haven't washed my hair, do you guys see this like fat lip right here? I just noticed it. So I was playing with Silo this morning, my dog, and he like kicked me right in the lip. So I have a fat lip and it actually really hurts. So I always go in with my charcoal toner. Charcoal kind of is like a magnet and it pulls out impurities. So especially if I wore a shower cap, I really make sure I get up in like my hairline to get any of that makeup product off. But a toner is just going to remove impurities, but it's also going to reduce the appearance of pores. This one actually is a fantastic one because it has a lot of antioxidants in it, and a toner is also going to really prep your skin for your actives. And that's what I go in with my actives next. So you cleanse, then you cleanse your skin, you tone your skin. Now I'm going in with hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronic acid is a serum that I use for plumping and hydrating. So especially in the winter, and what I do is I kind of just press it into my skin, and I press it in the areas where I want like hydration or plumpness, things of that, like that. And I just kind of press it in because I really want these serums to soak down into the cellular level of my skin. Then I go in with my vitamin C serum, which I love. This one has 20% vitamin C, which is the highest you can get of vitamin C without a prescription. Welcome, guys. When you're on, say hi. Tell me where you're from. While I'm doing this, please ask me questions. And again, at the end, when I put my serums on, I always go in and press this in. Now, I recommend giving yourself at least 10 minutes, if you can, before you put your makeup on, to let your skincare kind of soak in. So I have my vitamin C on. That's just going to really brighten the skin. It's going to reduce redness. It's going to really help the skin even out and reduce hyperpigmentation. So there you go. After your serums comes, so this is the steps. In skincare, think thinnest to thickest, okay? So we cleanse, we tone, we apply our serums, then we apply our hydration, our moisturizer. So the moisturizer that I love to use is the SPF one, because this is SPF 50, UVA, UVB, but it's also a primer and moisturizer. But if you have very, very dry skin, okay, this is going to be your best friend. This is the Baobab facial oil. Now, I use this every night. And if your skin is very dry, go ahead and take a little bit and kind of press that into your skin. This has a lot of antioxidants in it. It's going to be the answer to like dry patches, anything like that. And then I just go in with my moisturizer or my SPF. I don't ever skip SPF, even in the winter. And then I just go in over that. You can even mix it with your moisturizer. A lot of people do that. I would just say like a drop. A drop is all you need, like of the facial oil. Mix that facial oil in with your moisturizer, and you will see just like such a beautiful hydration. Like, look at that. That is very, very hydrated skin. Okay, very hydrated. I don't have rough patches and all of that. And I know like I don't have a lot of unevenness, but I also never, ever skip my skincare. Never, ever. I never go to bed with makeup on. I religiously do this skincare routine every single day. So yes, I don't have like terrible skin, but I also don't have like the best skin. Like I do have some discoloration. Obviously here, I have sunspots, age spots, even my neck, I have a little discoloration. And you know, that's fine. But I also know that I am doing like I'm doing what's best for my skin and really helping my skin out. I'm just trying to figure out the lighting here. I'm sitting in front of my window right now. You guys can see me good, right? And then the last thing I do is I put on my eye cream. My eye cream has to have caffeine in it. Caffeine is just going to energize and brighten. I press that in and like under my eye here. I always use my ring finger because your ring finger is thin and this is the thinnest skin around your eyes. So please be gentle and just kind of press the product underneath. And then I usually just like let that soak in. I mean, obviously because I'm live, I'm not gonna let it soak in too much, but then I'm gonna go in with my hydrating mist and just kind of prep the skin for that. That's my 4-in-1. I use my 4-in-1 every single day. I use it before my makeup. I use it after my makeup, and it's out of stock right now. Unfortunately, it has the baobab in it. It's so good. I truly love it. But anyway, I digress. So you got all that set, right? Now you are ready for your makeup. Having a good skincare routine is more important than your makeup routine, without a doubt. And I'm really into skincare. I'm really fascinated by it. I'm going to be, doing some more with skincare, but that's for a later date. All right, so again, while I'm on here, please ask me any and all questions as we get started. This is kind of going to be a long one. If you're watching this on the replay, then comment replay. And again, if you have any questions while I am doing whatever I'm doing, please feel free to ask. I'm just going in with little flicks here. Welcome in. Guys, if you have questions, please ask me. You can ask me anything regarding makeup, color analysis, the skincare I just did, whatever you are interested in. I welcome questions. I'm an open book. And then I'm just going to go in. I just do a little bit with my brows because, again, they're microbladed. And then I just go in with the Rare Beauty Gel. It's pretty bright today, so I'm just trying to get into the best lighting for you guys to see. Okay. All right, so we did our eyebrows. Next, let's get some dimension on the face. All right, so actually let's do foundation because that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about. So here's what a lot of you, or what I sometimes see with a lot of you with foundation, is that you are wearing a color that is a little too light. And as we age and we start to maybe want to conceal or want to wear foundation, you're going to really want to go darker, even though like you think you might need to go lighter. So I'm going to show you. I'm using my Serum Hybrid Foundation. This foundation is, I love this foundation. It's fantastic for really buildable coverage, hydration. It has hyaluronic acid in it. It has vitamins E and C in it. It also has baobab, which is from the tree of life. It's phenomenal. So I have two colors here. The first color is shade 5. And I'm just going to kind of put that on my face like this. So you might look at that and be like, that's not bad, right? It's not a bad shade. It looks like it matches, right? And again, you might be able to wear more than one color, but just for these purposes, I'm going to show you. And then I'm going to put this color on right behind it. Not too much difference, right? But when you look at that now, whereas you might have thought this color was okay, this color right here, it's more neutral and it's a little darker in tone. This is going to be better for my face. If I put this color all over, it won't look bad. It won't. But this color is going to look better. It's like color analysis. Because it's darker and has a more neutral tone, it's going to cover the darker places on my face, right? Even though this color might match like right in here, if I have or you have hyperpigmentation or dark spots on your face, this isn't going to cover as nicely as this. So that is why we want to go darker with foundation, because you want to consider the dark spots on your face. That light was better. You want to consider the dark spots on your face when choosing a color. So that's why sometimes I might color match you and you might see it and be like, wow, that's so dark. That's too dark. But I'm looking not only at your lightness, but I'm looking at your darkness. Do you have redness? Do you have, where are your dark spots on your face? And those are the spots that I want to make sure your foundation is going to cover. And also knowing your undertone is obviously going to be very helpful. So I could wear shade 5. Shade 5 though has a little bit more yellow in it. I am warm, but I'm neutral warm. So that is why shade 6 is best. It's darker. And it also is a more neutral shade. So it's going to just give me better coverage. Does that make sense? I hope it does. So I'm just going to take shade 6 and kind of put it in the areas where I'm going to want coverage. So to me, I like one layer of makeup. I talk about makeup in that way. I don't wear a lot of makeup at all. I don't like a heavy look. Most of my customers don't either. When you put your foundation on, it should melt into your skin. It should melt. It should not sit on top of the skin. If it's the right color, it will melt into the skin and it will just give a really nice airbrushed look once it's on the skin. So then I go in and I just kind of blend that out. Whoops, lost the back end of the brush. And you can see that it's very, very undetectable, right? And that is because It matches my skin, and the formula is incredible. I mean, that's 100% true. But it gives me the coverage. If your skin is popping through the foundation, it's not dark enough. It's not dark enough. It should not pop through. See that? So you can see it still looks like skin, right? It looks like skin on my face. It doesn't look like I'm wearing foundation. But it is a foundation. Now, if I wanted a little more coverage, I could put more on. It's a buildable foundation. But again, I don't need any more. I like a very lightweight coverage. Welcome, everyone. So, foundation is on. You might not be able to tell because it, again, is matching my skin, and it's just a beautiful formula that is going to not only hydrate, but treat your skin while it's on. Okay, next I'm going to go in with some of the concealers. The concealers, again, Serum Hybrid. I'm going to show you what I use for like contour and bronze, and then I'm going to explain why I do what I do. The concealers have everything that the serum foundations have, except the concealers have caffeine in them, which is amazing. So we're going to do this. We're going to use shade 9, which is a concealer shade, but it's definitely for like darker skin or deeper skin, but I'm going to use it as a bronzer. So I'm going to take a little bit of 9 on my hand, and then I'm going to take a little bit of shade 8, which is peachy. And this is what I'm going to use for like in here, but I'm going to put a drop of it on shade 9. Okay? And then I'm just going to mix it with my finger. And then this is what I'm going to use for my like bronze contour. I want to warm up the face. So I want to add definition. So I'm putting this, remember I didn't put foundation right here, right? Because I am not going to layer product on my face. What I want to do is really give myself a natural look. And again, you guys saw how little product I used, right? So I'm basically pressing that right beneath my cheekbones. Kind of look for where you have like natural shadowing, and that is where you want to put the product. And then I just go in on my hand and kind of tap that onto my brush. And then I start blending and I push it up and back. See that? Get it up in that hairline, right? Because you don't want to have like a gap. You don't want to be able to see like, especially, listen, I don't self-tan. I'm so lazy when it comes to self-tanning. I don't know about you guys, but like, I'm just lazy, and I just don't care enough. It's like I want to be tan, but I just don't care enough, and I just care more about like treating my skin and all that. And look what I'm doing. I'm just like pressing this into my skin, and you see how beautiful it just kind of blends in, very natural. So I just mixed shade 9 and shade 8 for like that very like warm bronzy look. Sometimes I just use shade 9. Like if you don't want to mix them, you can just use, one shade. But I'm not going, and then like I just take what's ever left and kind of go along my jawline on the brush. I used such a small amount of product. It's like crazy, right? very natural. It's very natural. And this is why I have been talking about these foundations and concealers, because it is possible to wear foundation and concealer without it looking heavy or cakey. It's really more about the formula. When it comes to foundation, it's about the formula of the foundation, and it is about the application. How much are you putting on, and are you layering it, or are you, putting it only in the places that you really need the coverage or want a certain look? So I just went in with the Shade 8 concealer to kind of neutralize the blue with that Shade 8, which is like a peachy, more of a peachy shade, right? So that's what I went in with that first. And then I'll brighten up, but you want to kind of filter that out. And right now, if you want to get matched, right now, you can get a foundation. If you buy a foundation and a concealer and the translucent setting powder, which I'm going to show you, it's fantastic, you will get a free foundation brush, which I love this brush. This brush is great for foundation. And you will get a free bronzer brush. So that deal is going on right now, which I think is amazing. Also, okay, now let's just like brighten up a little bit. And what I'm going to do now is go in with Shade 6 concealer, and I'm just going to, remember I didn't put foundation here because, or on my nose, because this is where I want to kind of brighten the middle of my face. Lighter colors are going to bring your face forward, which is why we put them in the middle of our face. They bring your face forward. They're going to reflect and kind of give the illusion that you have some extra volume in these areas. And then I just kind of go in and lightly blend, feather this out. Fan it, press it. A lot of like pressing. And notice where I put that. I put the brighter color kind of on the hollow of my eye, not like right underneath it, right? Because I don't need product all the way up in this area. That's just, it's going to be too much. And you don't want your product to be cakey, especially in this area. So if you filter out this and then go in with this lighter shade, you will not get that settling or creasing. It's also going to give the illusion that you have a little more volume if you put that light color kind of in the hollows. And then I just take what's ever left over and I prime my lids with it. So you don't even need like a primer if you're going to wear eyeshadow. And I just like press this all in. And this is like my base. And then you can kind of go in and just press everything if you want. I'm going to add blush. Sorry, just adjusting. The older I get, I can't like sit in one position for too long. It's crazy. Hi. Hi, Jackie. How are you? Beautiful lady. Okay, so see that? I have fine lines and wrinkles, but I have no creasing in them from the makeup because I didn't go all the way up here with it. That's what we want to avoid. So let's do some blush. Because if you know me, you know I love blush. Okay, so let's see what we're gonna wear today. I really feel like, so I don't have a blush color that is like directly matches my shirt, but I have a lip gloss that is very close and I really love it. So I'm gonna put it on the back of my hand. It's called San Antonio. And I'm just gonna take my finger and go like this. And yes, you can use lip gloss. You can use your lipstick as a blush. I mean, yeah, most people might not do that. But why not? See how pretty it is? It's like, it's so pretty. And so if you're kind of struggling to find a shade that you might like for blush, try one of your favorite your lipstick colors. And then I press this into my skin. And it works just as good as any blush would. And I just press it in. And it might even like work a little better because it is like a very long lasting hydrating lip and cheek. Now let me show you the difference. I do have this one. This is from Rare Beauty. This is called Entourage, but for me, it's actually a lot lighter, not on camera. It's a little too cool for me, for my face. Whereas this has a little more warmth in it. This is too cool. So like if you're a summer season, this would be a really pretty color for you. Winters can wear this too. So for me though, I just feel like the Entourage, I really have a lot of colors just because, you know, I do put makeup on people and I like to have variety. But for me, that shade is a little too cool. So it just doesn't show up as well on my skin. But San Antonio, this is one of my most favorite colors. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. I'm like a big blush person. I love blush. And then what you could do is you can always take like a lighter color if you want and pop it right here. That's fine too. And I just recommend like pressing it into your skin. Make sure you're pressing on the top and bottom too so that you don't have like harsh blush line. So you don't want to have like a swipe. So you want to tap and press down here and you want to tap and press up here, just like that. Pretty, right? It's so pretty. I love that shade. And then, are you guys still with me? I know. This is a long one, I know, but it's so important because when people come to me, a lot of times a huge concern of theirs is the fact that their foundation, they can't find a foundation that matches, they can't find a foundation that looks good. And yes, and I just think that it's so important to know really what you are. First of all, know your undertone, right? And just know like how to choose a foundation. But if you are deciding between two colors, always go darker. Always go darker. That is like probably the best advice I can give to you if I'm not matching you and I don't see you. All right, so I'm just kind of pressing this really like on my lash line and like trying to kind of get in on that lash line as close to my lashes as possible. This is called, this is Cafe. And it's a brown shade. I really like it. And then I just kind of smudge it out like this. And when you smudge it, here's where you can kind of flick, right? And extend or elongate that eye. And it doesn't have to be perfect. And just flick it up. Like that. Okay. Do you guys want me to do eyeshadow? Anybody? I can do eyeshadow. If you want to see eyeshadow, let me know. This is me up close. See how light it is? It's so light and soft. Let's just do a simple eyeshadow color. I'm going to use my Showstopper palette. This has 18 colors. No, 20 colors. I'm going to use this color because, I mean, let's just match today, right? Why not? Sometimes I just want to be like monochromatic and just wear one color. And as long as the colors are like in my season, I mean, why not, right? It's just sometimes it's like you don't really want to take the trouble to go through and all of these, go through and have to choose what you want. But if you know, I love this palette. This has so many beautiful shades in it. I'm just going pretty light today. Just make sure you get that like above the crease and on like the right underneath that brow bone, and drag it underneath your eye for dimension and shadowing. And then I'm just gonna go with a little bit of lightness right here. Do it. Yeah. Doing it, Jackie. And just add a little pop. But nothing too much. And then I do like to have underneath my eyes, if you've been following me for a minute, you know that I am not I don't like to have a heavy black eyeliner under my eye. But what I do is I actually take a dark color. I'm actually going to take this color and either a dark brown, and I like stamp it in between the lower lash line. And this is going to give the same effect, but it's not going to be as harsh. Welcome, guys. It's just going to give you dimension and shadowing, but not be like as harsh as a black eyeliner under your eyes would be. And I know most or the majority of my customers, they are trying to distract from the under eye area. So if you are trying to distract from that area, if you go in with a really dark black under your eyes, it's just going to draw more attention to that. But if you go in with like a soft brown, or, you know, I just use like a soft burgundy color, that just adds that beautiful dimension. It does the same thing as like an eyeliner would do. It's just not as harsh, which is why I love to do that. Okay. There was one more thing I wanted to do, but I can't think of it right now. All right, we are going to prep the eyelashes. Okay, if you saw my last stories, I talked about the lash serum the new lash serum that is coming out from Bellamy. It's a lash and brow serum. But here's the thing. I talked about it in my stories because I did use Hello Lash Serum, which is a lash serum that worked on my lashes. It didn't really give me much irritation or redness at all, but after I was using the lash serum for a while, or I know that some people can get discoloration or redness, irritation from lash serums. So what I did was I was like kind of investigating them a little bit, and I was talking to someone who basically said to me, well, you don't want your lash serum to have prostaglandins in them. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly. Because that can be what's causing the discoloration, the irritation, the redness. And I knew that Hello Skincare, again, was more of a clean company. So I actually emailed them and just said, you know, do you guys have prostaglandins, I don't know why I can't say it, prostaglandins, I think that's what it is, in your lash serum? And they emailed me back and said, we do, but it's a very, very small amount. And so at the same time that was happening, so then I was kind of debating, like, do I continue this knowing that? And at that same time, we found out that Bellamy was coming out with a new lash and brow serum. And I was like, wow, that's amazing. But I was concerned, I was concerned because I knew that if there was a company like Hello Skincare who had, you know, they were more of a clean company, but they still had prostaglandins, I don't know. It's annoying me that I don't think I'm saying it right, in there. You can look it up. So the first thing I asked was, is that going to be in the product? You know, because as you guys know, I share what I love. Just because I'm affiliated with a company, if there's something that I don't love, I'm not going to promote it. So you see what I promote here, right? I have to be honest. I love so many of Bellamy's products. And then I found out that they do not have prostaglandins in their lash and brow serum. And I'm so excited about that because they just launched pre-order for it. I've been waiting for it to come out. So I stopped using Hello Skincare. I stopped using it like 4 or 5 months ago. These are my natural lashes. So I have pretty long lashes to begin with. This is Bellamy's new mascara. It's fantastic. By the way, if you haven't tried it yet, you need to. And they didn't have it, but there's Japonica root in it. There's so many really good ingredients in it that's going to really like nourish and grow your lashes and your brows. So if you're someone that has concerns with your brows, that you don't grow a lot of hair, this is the serum for you. So you can order it now. It's pre-ordering, and the first 1,000 customers, I don't know if they reached 1,000 yet. They may have, because last night I know a lot of people went on and ordered. But if you pre-order it to the first 1,000 customers will receive a lash comb and a Bellamy like spa headband with their purchase of and I think I don't know the exact date. I think next week it's coming out. But again, you can pre-order it. And I put it in my stories. So just go in my stories and the link is there. Or if you just want to DM me, I will give you that. So yeah, This is what this makeup looks like in the sun. It's so beautiful. Look at that. If you're not matched with me, you need to get matched. Okay? All right. Next, the translucent powder, because this is part of the collection. If you order the foundation and the concealer, and this is brand new. This also has skincare in it. Okay? It's the only setting powder I've ever used. Not ever used, but ever liked. I have tried a bunch. This one is really great. It has skincare in it. It's talc free, and it's also finely milled, which is what's so fantastic about it. This is shade medium. I did order the light because I'm curious as to what the light, I think the light has more of a pink undertone. And then there's light, medium, and then there's a deep one. So I basically put a little bit on my hand and then I tap the excess off, and then I go in and I just am going to like go where that like hollow is and follow it along that line. Do you see that? This is the difference. It's so good. And I am someone who definitely doesn't get oily, and I don't like a matte finish. So I like to have like the glow, but I will use this like in my T-zone and right kind of in here. I don't usually take it all the way up, but you could if you wanted to. I just like to kind of go on the hollow of my eye, and that's just going to set everything really nicely. All right, last but not least, we can't forget the Glow Drops. The Glow Drops. These are my favorite way to illuminate the skin. This is rose gold. They have vitamin E and baobab in them. We also have them in champagne and pearl. Pearl is like if you have like a light, if you are more light skinned. Rose gold is great for like medium. Look at this. It's so pretty. And I just kind of do the high points of my face. I will do my Cupid's bow. And again, I'm just going to kind of like blend that. You can even kind of go in this area and just kind of add a little bit of the glow. Just gonna blend it in, right? Let me show you in the light. How pretty, right? Look at that. So pretty. So pretty. So those are the Glow Drops. So like I said, they come in champagne, pearl, and then the rose gold, which I just used. I even sometimes mix this in my foundation. I'll mix this with my sunscreen in the summer. Like, it's amazing. Okay, and then we're going to spray with the 4-in-1 Mist again. This is going to give us all day stay. Protect, it conditions. So what I'll do is like kind of just go in then and just press everything in. Press it in. Let's finish with lips, because I do want to do I already put some of the lip gloss on, and I like to do that, honestly. I'm doing that first and then going in with the liner afterwards. This is Unstoppable. And I just kind of use that and blend it. Unstoppable liner. I feel like either of these look really nice with San Antonio. This is Hello Beautiful, and then Unstoppable. And then we're almost done, guys. If you're still with me, you're awesome. Because I want to use a lip gloss. I want to use a little bit of a gloss on top. This is Bella Blush. And that is the finished look. Let me do this too. And if you go in the sun, this is what your face looks like. See? Very, very light and natural. You want to look like, or for me with makeup, makeup should look like you, but just kind of distracted from things that you might not love about yourself. And, but it should essentially just look like you. I want to make sure that's... Alice, thank you. And that's it. And that's just kind of how we roll here. We just kind of do the minimum, you know, on mature skin. What's most important is it matching the formula for foundation. Again, right now you can get the deal where I think it's a fantastic deal. You get a foundation, a concealer. If you buy the foundation, the concealer, and the translucent powder, you get $70 gift value, which is you're going to get 2 brushes. So you're going to get the Bellamy foundation brush, and you're going to get a blush brush, a bronzer brush that looks kind of like this. It's very, I don't have it, but it has like, it's like a very loosely packed brush. You can even like, oh, I just love it. Love it. So you'll get that. If you want to pre-order the lash serum, you could do that. Just DM me. I don't know, anything that you need, just please reach out to me. I'm here to help. I'm always like, this is what I love to do. I won't leave you hanging once you get your makeup. If you're close, you can come by. I'll help you put it on. If you're not close, we could do a FaceTime. I could just show you if you need a little help. So don't be afraid to reach out. Because I'm here to help, and this is what I love to do. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. If you have any questions, please let me know. Take care.